You know, it's funny. I'm just thinking about, we always have excuses for things, to not actually do them. And also, like, even for the things that we really, really want, that we desire, things that we're dreaming of, even those things are like, even for those things we have excuses. Sorry. So I got this example. I've just been riding up this hill. It's called Feldberg in Germany, close to Frankfurt, and it's, like, I just want to compare it to having a dream. Like, let's say this is my dream, and actually it is, to ride up this hill. Even though it's not like the hugest dream I could ever dream of, but it is, it is an everyday dream. Because I just love to ride up the hill. It just makes me feel amazing, and especially when I was in Thailand and at the Route for Thai Proof Festival and rode up the mountain Doi Tap. I just loved it, and I wanted to do it every day after that. But here in Frankfurt, you actually don't have mountains straight away around the corner. You have to actually take the train or take buses or take the underground trains to actually get there to the real mountains. Of course, you sometimes have a bridge or like little mountains and hills, not that far, but the real mountain where you actually can have a really great workout. It takes a bit of time to get there, and this week I was like, okay, I really want to do that. Fuck that shit, what it takes to get there. Just get there and actually do it. Do what you actually want. And yesterday I was like, yes, I'm going to do it tomorrow. The weather is supposed to be so good. It's supposed to be so sunny, like you see here. Not. So, and I got up this morning and I was like, I looked out of the window and I was like, the weather's not as good as I thought it would be, and how it was supposed to be, and that was my first excuse. Like, okay, another day, because I like things, like everyone, I like things being optimal and ideal and perfect. I've always had this tendency, but I'm learning to get rid of it more and more on this lifestyle, and to just let go perfectionism. And and then I was like, okay, you actually will have to take the train. Like, the old excuse was still there, and I was like, okay, it will take at least half an hour to actually get there, and then okay, I'll have to prepare breakfast, I'll have to prepare breakfast to eat it while I'm on the train, and like all these things. And also the biggest thing was you're still recovering from adrenal fatigue, so you just don't want to do too much, because I have to be very careful how much I do. I don't want to stress my body, so every kind of exercise I'm doing for the last few months is since February, no, since April, is very, very light. And I knew that the mountain takes more effort to get up, and can stress my body if I am going too fast and too hard. And I was like, okay, we're on the mountain, so I don't know if it's too much for me, and blah, blah, blah. And then I just realized that I'm actually destroying my dream at this moment. I'm actually working against my own dream. I'm working against my own desire to do something. And I was like, okay, knock out that shit. Knock out any perfectionism. Like, it just hinders you from doing what you actually want, what you originally want. And fuck the weather. It's still beautiful. You have that beautiful workout, and you can come back anytime, And I was thinking about this, that even though I actually think I have a I'm very good at realizing dreams, like actually make them happen. Because I don't think about what other people think. I just do it because I know I have to be true to myself. I gotta do this to actually say, yeah, this is my life. I'm living I'm living what I believe in, and not what others believe in. I'm not living for others. And I was like, okay, if that is so, if even things can hinder me from doing that, like, what about all others? I know so many people like swimming in the stream of mainstream, and telling me, oh, they would like to have certain things differently, and dream, like have little dreams only. They do not reach for big dreams because they don't actually dare to dream. Because I think it's because we are afraid of, we're not willing to actually take the effort it takes to make our dreams happen. Because there's always things that stand between us and our dreams. And just in the last couple of years, I realized that it's so important to dream big, to dream huge, and then to actually do the steps to make those dreams happen, no matter how big they are. Like this dream of going up the mountain is not that big. It's an everyday dream, but like, for example, leave the country, live somewhere else, like somewhere very else in the world, or go on like very extraordinary vacation, like go to Asia and cycle across Asia and be there for a few months or years and just live a lifestyle that you've always dreamed of, if that's what you're dreaming of. And I do think it is very, very important as well, not only to have these dreams, but of course this is the first step to actually make dreams happen, to have dreams, but then like it's also what is also as important as having the dreams is to actually make the steps towards them, to make the steps to make them happen. Like if you say, okay, I have big dreams, but I would like to go up the mountain when everyone's working, then do steps to reach that goal. You will have to change something about your circumstances to be able to do that. Yeah, I mean, it's so obvious, and I'm not telling you anything new, but this was just something that was coming to my mind. I think it's so important. So dream big. I don't know, it's hard in today's world where everyone tells you to not be like mainstream, and to not be reasonable, and like society puts this pressure on us to fit into society, and as soon as you think about something differently than society, or someone else, then you're like, oh, okay, who's that? Weird. And maybe you're an outsider, and maybe you just don't fit in. And fuck it. Just fuck it. It does not matter at all what other people think about you and your lifestyle. The only thing that matters, as long as it's good for the planet and all people, like if you're not hurting anyone, then the only thing that matters then is what you think about it. And that you can say at the end of your life, this is the life I always wanted to live. this is it and nothing else. So I hope that was inspiring. See ya, guys.